You are the resistance.
Hello, everybody. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon update. And now that summer is starting, America's great desecration continues. For the last year and a half, the devastating damage done daily by this demented dipshit makes me desperate to have a random Dalmatian as president, because at least they can put out fires. And it's not just that the guy is classless, feckless, clueless.
Such an old-fashioned term, but a beautiful term, groceries. It sort of says a bag with different things in it.
Brainless.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV. If you get it in order, you get extra points.
And just fucking less. It's that the combination of all of it that creates the worst human being we have ever seen. Let's take the raping, the pedophilia, the felonies, the grifting, the stealing, the lying, the corruption, the killing, and shitting himself aside. If a wet shark could breathe and walk upright in lifts, this is who he is. And this is what he did to the White House. Our house. He literally tore it down. Now on America's 250th birthday, a day where the values of a great country should be celebrated, reestablished, and held in reverence. I mean, come on, people. It should be a day of celebrating freedom and democracy, but nope. We got people getting murdered in the streets and a new war in the Middle East, because those always go so well, don't they? This is what he's doing to America. Sorry. This is what he's doing to it. Why is everything the man does just another version of metaphorically wiping shit on the walls of the Capitol? So President Pedo wanted to have a celebration called the Great American State Fair, you know, where meth gets sold. And he booked some amazing acts. Milli Vanilli, they're still killing it, even though half of the group is dead. The list of acts on the 250-year celebration are a who's who of people who make you go, who? Oh, sure, 40 years ago they half-filled hotel ballrooms, but is this the best they can do? Here are the legends. Martina McBride, Bret Michaels, not Poison, just Bret. The Commodores, I stand corrected. The Commodores are pretty freaking amazing. Young MC, okay. Morris Day and the Time. Wait, what? That seems far-fetched. So at least it's a show, right? Nope. They all canceled. McBride said it's too political, as did Bret Michaels, and he's only political about titties. The Commodores bailed. Morris Day said, contrary to the rumor, Morris Day and the Time will not be performing at the Great American State Fair. Ha-ha! Even Milli Vanilli said, lip-syncing through a spokesman, the original singers are not performing. Any act using the Milli Vanilli name is considered an unauthorized tribute band. Boy, we've come a long way. On top of everyone bailing, Kid Rock and Vanilla Ice are still performing, so don't get your Confederate flag panties in a bunch. Then, the persimmon pedo built this monstrosity on the White House lawn, which today he said, I may leave it up forever. Cool. Maybe Sweet Potato Hitler will put Eric and Don Jr. in the octagon and see who wants to be the favorite. Then maybe he'll have Ivanka and Tiffany duke it out. Yeah. And then Jared has to fight the winner. And yes, as you do, I hope it is to the death. 2 humans enter the bullshit octagon on the White House lawn. 1 human leaves. But let's put up the craziest tweet I believe we have seen. And that's saying a lot. This tweet is after almost all the acts canceled for his birthday. Here's one of the quotes from our president.
I'm thinking about bringing the #1 attraction anywhere in the world, the man who gets much bigger audiences than Elvis in his prom, and he does so without a guitar. The man who loves our country more than anyone else. The man who some say is the greatest president in history. The GOAT, Donald J.
You know, if your grandpa said he was bigger than Elvis, you'd put him away, strap him to a gurney, give him his medication so he didn't hurt himself. You know what I think? I think we all hope and pray that Trump follows in Elvis's footsteps and dies on the toilet. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Holy shit. You know, every day, and I've said it before, it gets fucking crazier. Bigger than Elvis? Jesus Christ. Do you remember who Obama had in his inauguration? Everybody great. Everybody. And this guy can't fight. This guy got shit talked by Milli Vanilli. Hey everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast. With me as always, the lovely Bombshell Ray, Rachel Bradley.
What's up, people?
And we've got the most psychotic little animal that we've ever had on the show. Not Groucho. This guy. Look at this. This is insane. A River, you got a new guy. See, he just bites everything, and he just doesn't know when to stop. And so that's Costello.
He's a killer and a giganto baby at the same time.
He
walked into the studio today and collapsed and started crying because it's too big and too scary. And then he also, tries to dive off the stairs. So
he's an assassin that needs a binky.
Exactly. He cried. I took him for his first vet visit, and he sobbed when they put the light in his ear, just to look in his ear.
Yeah, he's tough until something happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a leaf touches his foot.
Or that.
Yeah. So the Armageddon update, I was enjoying writing it today. I have never I think Trump is a perfect example of. That was a weird way to start. I have just said a bunch of words that had no connection. Each word didn't connect to the next word. I can't believe that our president is such a white trash psychopath. And we said it over and over again. But this thing that he's doing at the White House and what he's done to the White House is literally like watching someone move into your neighborhood in a really nice house and then park trailers in front of it and then let the lawn die. And then basically part of it burns down, but they never get it fixed. It just stays there.
Well, he did suggest today that the UFC arena that he's erected on the White House lawn should remain or will remain on the White House lawn permanently.
He compared it. He goes, the Eiffel Tower was built for the World's Fair. And they just said, let's leave it there for a couple of years. Let's leave it there forever. And now,
because the MMA arena is just like
one of those American monuments that I think should stick around forever. So such a white trash that he believes that monstrosity that dwarfs the White House is going to be sitting on the front lawn. And I thought about this, as much as you garden and stuff, right? Yep. As amazing the farmer that you are in our backyard. What are you looking at?
Looking for a chew toy for him to chew on instead of my hand.
Okay, all right, hold on.
Anything that, what about one of those Barbies?
No, that's us.
I usually travel with mini bully sticks, but I don't have one.
He's gonna go. He's doing something in the corner. He's good.
Okay,
he's good for now.
Carry on.
So back to it.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
You were talking about the State Fair and the Eiffel Tower.
So he's comparing it, and I want, as someone who works on the lawn all the time, please explain to me what happens when you lay down tons and tons of inch thick plywood.
The grass dies pretty quickly.
The whole front lawn of the White House is dead.
I will tell you that.
Do you know what that's going to look like when they pull that shit up and it's just
when
brown?
I water the lawn? If in the past when I was a rookie, I would leave the hose sometimes, across the lawn just for a little while. And it would leave a permanent indentation and yellowing where the hose was for that short amount of time.
Yeah, so, literally a day, right?
Yes.
Yes. So what they've done now to the White House, they've destroyed the East Wing. It's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone. They're building whatever they're building.
Mm-hmm.
They've now put a fucking MMA arena on the White House lawn. What I just thought was, I think what he's doing is someone's telling him, hey, man, that lawn's going to be dead when you pull that up. And that's why he says we're probably going to leave it there.
Well, they're also going to allow 90,000 plus people to come onto the White House grounds to watch the MMA fight. Construction crews are building the fight cage on the South Lawn. Fight happens on June 14th. The White House is now literally dwarfed by this thing. It's so massive. It's an arched lighting grid, which UFC is calling the Claw on our White House lawn.
Could we be any more white trash?
No.
He has made us a worldwide joke. This is shit we would make fun of if North Korea did it.
I would not have believed you if you had told me any of this. Yeah.
So
he paved over the Rose Garden. I mean, it's like he destroyed the East Wing, like you said. I mean, those are historic things that we will never be able to get back. It's gone.
No, he took basically and there's a reason it's called the people's house. It belongs to the people. It's not yours, motherfucker. You don't live there. It's not your place. It's a VRBO for 4 years and you get the fuck out. That's what happens. And by the way, don't fuck it up with this gold shit. Who put all this gold shit? Who put all this gold? Imagine walking into your rental and like just someone who just fucking bolted Temu gold shit to the wall. Like it's the worst. It's like there's Armenians that are like, nah, that's too much. Hardcore like Saudi princes are like, this is too much gold and shit in here.
So if you're worried because people are unable to afford gas and food, or either, both, either or.
You can't even afford gas to go buy food.
Or if you're worried because of all of our social programs being canceled or science being canceled or
700,000 people dying.
If you're concerned that it's your tax dollars that are, so we're going to go to pay the $1.8 billion slush fund to January 6ers. Let me tell you about this White House lighting grid cage arena, whatever it is, the Octagon. They actually built it in Belgium, Dana White said on the Jim Rome show. They shipped it from Belgium to Philly, then built it in Philly, tested it, tore it back down, put it on trucks, and have now shipped it to D.C.
I'm sure it's gratis too. They're not charging the White House for any money for this, right? Is there an estimate on what it costs?
No, I'll be looking for that though.
So that's one element of it. Then we've got the show that was supposed to take place, this big concert that was supposed to take place the acts, the list of acts are amazing. List of acts.
There are none.
Well, hold on. Before we get to that, let's talk about
the original list.
Yeah.
Before everybody canceled?
Yeah.
Okay. Separate interview. The president of TKO Holdings Group, who owns UFC, told Sports Business Journal that it was about $60 million for Trump's lighting grid for his birthday party. Basically, he brought in a bouncy house for his birthday party.
That's what I was going to say. Like this whole thing. And dude, it's not your backyard to fuck up.
Nope.
It's not yours. And again, it's a renter that came in and just shredded it, parked 6 Chevelles on the front lawn and decided to move the old refrigerator out because it broke. I can't pick it up, put it in the truck. Okay, it's going to have to sit out on the porch. We have now gotten to a place in our country where, because of the daily barrage, as you said, Bannon always says, flood the zone, the daily barrage of bullshit that it's coming at us so fast, we can't stop it.
Yeah.
And it's frightening.
So
man.
Finish. So he had a list of people
he had a list,
who were set to perform for his birthday party.
Yeah, here we go. I'm going to give it to you. This is the lineup.
I believe it's his 250th birthday party as well.
Yes, it is.
Based on how much he's sleeping during cabinet meetings. Marco Rubio has just said under sworn testimony that photos purporting to show Trump sleeping during cabinet meetings are false. And I say again, we're watching fucking videos of him sleeping.
It's on, you can just go click on it and see him sleeping during cabinet meetings.
Who did we have?
Hold on. To the Great American State Fair. It's Great American State Fair. By the way, could you pick a more white trash like theme? Let me say, so funnel cakes, Pet the Pig, selling meth in the parking lot.
Okay, artists who withdrew: Martina McBride, Bret Michaels, the Commodores.
And not Poison, Bret Michaels.
Young MC.
The Commodore said we don't do anything that's political.
These are the people who were originally announced as performing.
Right.
And then
all of them canceled.
Following all of them canceling after Young MC. Just wanted to get that one home. Morris Day and the Time.
That one offended
Vanilla
me.
Ice, Flo Rida.
Vanilla Ice is playing.
CNC Music Factory.
Wow. Dun.
And one of Milli Vanilli. Vanilli.
Is it Vanilli playing? Is it Vanilli? Is it Milli or Vanilli?
Fab Morvan.
Okay. So they actually issued a statement. They said anybody being Milli Vanilli is not us. It's a tribute act. It's not us.
They were not also them. So
yeah, they weren't. Yeah, they were a tribute. They were a tribute to the producer who did the actual music. So what I don't understand is when Obama had his inaugural, Springsteen, Jay-Z, Beyonce. We can go down the list of the best performers in the United States. Legends walked on that stage. Trump had Milli Vanilli cancel.
Just Vanilli.
Sorry, Vanilli canceled, and whoever was...
He couldn't even get Milli and Vanilli to confirm. Now he's got...
Milli or Vanilli. So then we got so Kid Rock, and
so many of them dropped out. Trump said that the musical performances are going to be called off. He said cancel it on a post on True Social, then called these performers who he tried to book overpriced and boring. So
how does he have zero class ever?
Vanilla Ice and Vanilli are still on, as is
No.
Well, this was as of...
I just read it. He said they pulled out and they said no.
Now too.
Yeah, but Vanilla Ice, yes, and Kid Rock, yes.
He's decided to make it a Make America Great Again rally. So he's going to headline.
And I brought it up in the Armageddon update. Can you please, the last part of the Armageddon update, can you please pull up the tweet where he compared himself that he was better than and drew more people than Elvis Presley? The sacrilege that he continues to lay out. Can you read it? Can you see it?
This is after everybody canceled on him and his little birthday party bouncy house.
Yeah. Now we all know that kid in school that couldn't get anybody to go to his birthday party, and his mom would call other moms and go, please, can you just please send him over? It's okay, just please. And mom would take you aside and go, look, the kid doesn't have a lot of friends. Just go over to his house. Here's a Hot Wheel. Take him a Hot Wheel and go. This guy doesn't even have any friends to do that for him.
Okay, here we go.
You ready for this tweet? And ladies and gentlemen, please, as reading it in his words, Rachel Bradley interprets the president.
I understand artists are getting the yips having to do with their performance on Wednesday. So I only know what the yips are because of Psych. So I am thinking about bringing the #1 attraction anywhere in the world.
Oh, who could this be?
The man who gets much larger audiences than Elvis in his prime.
Who is this?
And he does so without a guitar.
Who could this possibly be?
The man who loves our country more than anyone else. And the man who some say is the greatest president in history.
Oh, no.
Here comes the parentheses.
Obama coming?
All caps. The GOAT, Donald J. Trump. To take the place of these highly paid, third-rate artists in one quote, man, and give a major speech rallying the country forward like I have done ever since being president, except when I was asleep.
I'm sorry. Did he write that?
No, I did.
Oh, yeah, it's very funny.
Yeah,
So
he's really been rallying us as he steps behind poles to shit himself.
I saw that today.
Those are brutal.
Is that the end of it? Did you read the end of it? Is that the end of it?
Were you not invigorated
I
by
was.
what I did?
So,
he called himself the GOAT.
The GOAT. But he also said that he drew bigger crowds than Elvis without a guitar in his prime. Now, when he said greatest president, I thought Obama drew huge crowds more than Elvis, let's go.
Greatest president.
Obama. And I was like, Obama. Got to be about Obama, the guy who turned our country around, saved General Motors and
calls
Chrysler.
Himself Donald J. Trump in all caps.
Do you understand? Like, honestly, if he wasn't the president and didn't have a bunch of people around him, do you understand that we would commit this man?
Of course.
Like, his entire family would go, hey, man, you can't write this shit anymore. We're going to keep you your phone and you're going to be in isolation for a minute and we're going to put you under observation.
Yeah. He'd be done. We'd get him on hold. Okay, here's the rest of it. 2 years ago, the United States was dead. Now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. I don't want so-called artists that get paid far too much money who aren't happy. What? I only want to be surrounded by happy people, capitalized, smart people, successful people, and people that know how to win. So by copy of this truth, I am ordering my representatives to look at the feasibility of doing an America is Back rally on Wednesday, Washington, D.C., same time, same location.
It's so funny when you read the caps.
Only great patriots invited. It will be a wild and beautiful celebration of America. President Donald J. Trump. So Governor Newsom.
Oh my God! Wait, can I say what's your
Press
face?
office.
Who do we like? The one who used to be a Republican, now she's a newscaster.
Oh, Nicole Wallace.
Nicole Wallace goes. The last time he used the word "wild," they attacked the Capitol and tried to kill some people.
I just thought that when I read that.
Yeah.
All caps. Governor Newsom press office put on X in response to that.
I'm just giggling in anticipation.
All caps. After evacuating all the artists, I am ordering FEMA to rescue anyone still there during Trump's concert. If you see a man who looks like Elvis, the exhumed body of Elvis, call the crisis hotline at 1-800 I smelled old Elvis and can't stop throwing up. Do not buy a phone from him. That's all they say.
Wow, that's the whole tweet. Newsom is not playing anymore.
No, I'm so sad he's
we should talk
leaving
about the
us.
elections in
That's
Democrats.
pretty
too.
brutal,
Oh my God.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty brutal.
So we so we have all the acts. Like, so he could not even get, let's just be honest, third-rate acts, right? And the Commodores, by the way, are great. Commodores are great. They're legends. But they're legends.
How
Right.
many of them?
More Stay in the Time is not
It's
Prince.
just come.
Right.
There's no difference.
It's the Mo. It's Mo.
Exactly.
Mo.
Exactly.
So now we've got this guy who's basically been humiliated publicly
Again.
on his birthday,
Mhm.
daily basis. There's nothing he's fixed. So, and now the rest of it, this Great American State Fair, which means, like, I just can't picture. Is there going to be a midway with dumb games? Like, how do you take
I
the
don't think
country?
you heard that the GOAT is going to be speaking.
But how do you take the solemn
Mhm.
event of our country lasting 250 years
Mhm.
and then just why it's the same thing. He's basically metaphorically, I said in Armageddon, metaphorically wiping shit on the walls of the White House. Like everything he's
I
done.
don't know that that's metaphoric.
He's probably, I know he's shitting himself in the White House. But he's destroyed the White House. He's now he said he's going to leave it. You're going to leave an MMA octagon on the front lawn of the White House as what? As a monument?
Imagine being president of the United States, being the most powerful person in the world,
Arguably.
really, and not being able to get anyone to come to your birthday party. I mean, this is just
It's a
his
joke.
worst nightmare.
It's a joke. And every time he tries, so
You said today it's another squeaky tank.
another squeaky tank. Yeah, well, do you know what he put out yesterday? It was on a tweet he put. He goes, I am the most disrespected president of all time in history. And I went, yeah, but that's the only thing you actually earned.
That's actually, many people are saying.
Many people are, it's the only thing that you actually weren't handed. You earned that. You earned being the most disrespected. Imagine what the man could have done in his life, helping people, done whatever. Like, there's a whole group of people that do help, do have a charity. He stole from a kid with cancer charity. He's the lowest of the low, the scummiest of the scum, the most debauched of the debauched. I don't understand why, and Republicans. I am stunned and amazed at the level of hate for the country you have to let him continue to roll over every single one of the tenets of democracy. I don't get it. And they're just letting it happen. They're just letting it happen.
Well, also,
although,
we had these elections yesterday, and we're in big trouble.
Yep.
Because the Supreme Court has just further gutted voting rights and affirm, Alabama. Actually, they did an emergency ruling so that Alabama could go ahead and do their GOP redistricting to get rid of the black District. I could not think of that word. It helped Alabama Republicans gain an additional congressional seat this midterms. Justice Sotomayor, if you have time to read her dissension, it's pretty wow. And she's now warning in that dissension of an upcoming extremely chaotic election.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we already know, due to our friend Nathan over at Election Truth Alliance, we pretty much know that they ran those machines. I mean, the evidence is pretty clear that they ran the machines. If you look at the graphs and the statistics he's gathered. That being said, it's not just chaotic. This means this one that just happened, right? She's talking about the one that just happened
yesterday,
right? Because they already had 40,000 people had voted, and then
a lot of people need to re-register.
Is it Alabama or Louisiana?
Their districts are gone, and stuff.
Alabama or Louisiana.
Alabama was the one that was just heard on an emergency basis.
Okay,
but there was a case in Louisiana.
Okay, let's talk the overall. Do you understand? And these are these rednecks that claim America. They're always bitching about America. We're American and democracy, Second Amendment. They are the people that bitch. They drive around violating the flag code with it hanging off of their trucks, ripping and shredding. And then they have the balls to go against everything America stands for because these fragile white men are so fucking pathetic that they actually need that. What are black people taking from you, man? I just want to ask that. I saw another thing yesterday. We've gotten to a weird place. A bunch of guys, there's a pride flag in an intersection, and I do a bit about it from another video. A bunch of old white men got together with spray cans, and it was so funny to watch because they painted it's like a 10-foot wide by 20 feet long pride flag. It's Pride Month. It's February. No, sorry, Pride Month's not February. It's not February.
June.
It's June. Is June Pride Month?
Did you miss March, April?
I did. It's February, not Pride Month. It's June.
February is Black History Month.
Right. That's why. I knew it was one of those.
The shortest month in the year.
I like when white people go, how come we don't get a month? You have all year, assholes. Shut up. So June is Pride Month. These guys get Krylon spray cans and they start making tiny little lines trying to block it out. They start spraying and it doesn't do anything to the pride flag except look like somebody took a pencil and put a mark on it. It's the lamest. Do you know how gay you have to be to think about gay that much? Like, do you know how gay, like if you're so, like, do you know how much you have to think about gay to want to go buy spray cans to paint out an intersection? Like that, you think about gay way too much, bro. Don't you think?
Go see Christopher Titus touring now with his new show, Doomed to Repeat. You can see him in Cleveland this week.
Wait, what brought that up?
Toronto, because that's a bit in your show.
Oh, yeah.
Cleveland, Toronto, and Detroit next week.
I was saying that.
Let me just finish.
Yep.
Sotomayor's dissent says that we're risking a chaotic election with a never-before-used congressional map that intentionally discriminates against Black Alabamians, that Alabama adopted in unashamed defiance of a prior court order directly affirmed by this court, and that will require officials, this is the important part, to change the voter registrations of hundreds of thousands of voters in days at best, a task that Alabama has previously represented to this court could take months. Because the election's happening.
So we're never going to really know the actual vote count. Do you know that? We'll never know if it's accurate in any way, shape, or form because they've now had to throw out the 40,000. Those people aren't going to vote again, or not all of them anyway. We also, how many are going to get thrown out because the people that already voted, their thing is now registered in a district that's not theirs, so they don't belong to that district anymore. Like and I'm going to say this. I get a lot of shit from people sometimes. They go, libtard, blah, 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 blah. The Republicans have done a great job. First of all, you can't tell me anywhere where the Republicans have done any good job, period. The last great Republican was Eisenhower. I've said it before. He got shit done. But he also helped with social programs and everything. These Republicans, their ideas are so shit. What they want to do for America is so bad that, because they've done nothing. Can you name anything the Republicans have done? Now, when Biden was president, the Inflation Reduction Act, Chips and Science Act. I can just go infrastructure. I can go down. Those are major things. He expanded healthcare, and he did it in 4 years. This guy's now on his sixth year, and He's done nothing. There's no legislation passed except for the big beautiful bill, which gave billionaires more tax breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand how bad that the Republicans know their policies are? That they can't just let people vote, that they have to fuck up every voting law, that they have to destroy the Voting Rights Act, that they have to go get Elon Musk to come in and quote, he knows those machines like no other people, that they have to put ICE on the streets at voting booths. That's what he said he was going to do. Do you realize how shitty your ideas have to be? That you want what you want and aren't doing fucking shit all for the American people. Nothing. The prices are up. Gas. I filled up the Dodge, $175, $175, and now I'm to the point where, why is anybody? I watched this election in LA, and I was like, why did anybody vote Republican? They've done nothing. California's economy, do you know, is the strongest worldwide right now? Worldwide. Because of we had a great Democratic governor who took care of everything. Our budget's balanced for 2 years. And the Republicans have ran it. They've added 25% to our federal debt. They don't have a fucking plan to save anybody. In fact, because of the Republicans and what they did with USAID, 750,000 people have died because of lack of food, lack of medicine. USAID also paid for these countries. We had Ebola tracking teams. And guess what? Ebola's going out of control. You want to bring that up?
This episode brought to you by Mudwater.
Why don't you just give me the old high sign?
I was trying.
I know you're doing this.
My eyes were open.
Come up with a high sign. Let's come up with a high sign.
No, it doesn't work. When I first met you, you would, you say everything. You don't keep anything private. And you would say something that you weren't supposed to be repeating. And I would kick you under the table. And you would say, why are you kicking me repeatedly under the table?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? I
don't do that anymore.
We love Mudwater. If you love caffeine, but you're thinking about getting off of it or just cutting back, this is definitely the easiest way to try it and the tastiest by far.
It fills the hole that coffee that takes, and it actually doesn't make me jangly.
The taste, the smell, the ritual that I love in the morning, but that makes me like, hey, and then crash in the afternoon, or anxiety. He gets anxiety like crazy from coffee.
How many times you say it to me? How many, babe, I'm feeling weird. What's going on? How many cups of coffee have you had?
You'll say, my career's over. And I'll be like,
how much coffee
have you had?
4.
And no water. So this Mudwater, you get the same morning ritual, but you can do coffee, chai, or matcha, but it's got functional mushrooms and adaptogens instead of that full caffeine hit that coffee, chai, or matcha would have. You get kind of a steady energy. You're not going to spiral. So they had their original blend that we used to talk about, and that's cacao, chai, turmeric, functional mushrooms. It's kind of like a spicy hot chocolate.
Yeah. Like a chai, kind of a chai.
Yeah. I love that chai kick. It's like very warm and like, but they came out with this new product. If you love coffee and you just don't want to completely go away from coffee, but you can't handle the caffeine load, they've got this new version that just has less coffee, but still has the good things for you. It's a coffee alternative, made with adaptogens and mushrooms and about 1/7 of the caffeine of coffee. So you get that little bit.
A little bit of buzz, but you also don't crash at the when it goes away and have that sleepy feeling. I like it.
So there's 4 flavors: OG, that's that chai chocolate blend, coffee, matcha, and turmeric. So there's something for everybody. Get the starter kit. That's what I love. It comes with all the cool tools and the creamers and all that stuff. Ready to make the switch to cleaner energy? Go to mudwater.com/Titus. Get that starter kit. The promo code is Titus to get that. You'll get 43% off. That frother alone, I think, is worth that.
Right.
Up to 43% off. Promo code Titus at mudwtr.com. After you purchase, make sure you tell them that you heard about it from us. Mudwater.com.
Can you bring up what's going on with Ebola? Put Ebola news, because
I have to just tell you, I just put in his True Social account. I just want to say I've never seen anything like
How
this.
crazy it is.
It's insane,
Yep.
but also above and below every truth isn't an ad. I've never seen social media look like this. It's crazy. I mean, just the way that he continues to monetize his presidency, it's hard to tell which is a post and which is an ad. You just look for the all caps.
Well, can we compare him to some presidents? So let's just compare him to, because I remember people were mad about Biden. They were saying that Biden is boring or whatever. Prices are up. During Biden, after people forget that. It's funny to me how fast people forget what happened. COVID hit. We shut down the economy. All the world supply chain was broken. 1 million people by the end of it, 1 million people had died. He had fucked it up so bad that when Biden finally came in, because we got locked down in March. Biden came in on the 20th of January, 2021. Next thing I know, we're in a garage, and Javier Becerra helped run this. We all got vaccinated in a very dystopian manner. The supply chains got rebuilt. They reopened the port of Long Beach. They basically got everything going again because stores were empty under Trump. People forget that shit. Biden turned it around. We had 9-point-something% inflation while the supply chain was getting rebuilt. It had nothing to do with Biden. It had to do with he fucked up the economy. Trump did. And then at the end of it, if inflation was 2.7, 2.9%. And people are like, yeah, fuck Biden. And we re-elected this asshole. And I just don't understand. Now we're worse off than we've ever been. Gas prices are crazy.
I was just going to say, you should go look at his True Social.
Is it insane? Read a couple? Read a couple?
And all of his memes are pictures of him from 40 years ago. And in the middle, like we're at war and people are starving to death. And he's posting a picture of your future president, Donald J. Trump, with Whitney Houston. And then he posts a cartoon of Alfred E. Newman next to James Tallarico, and he's blacked out Tallarico's tooth as well to look like Alfred E. Newman.
This is the president of the United States.
Yeah.
Like the guy who runs one of the strongest nations on the planet.
He put a picture of himself from 40 years ago and put Trump 007 looking in the mirror, and there's like a bunch of reflections of him. He's not well. That's what my whole thing I was going to say. And then if you read the rants, that's a whole other
read a good one
thing. I don't know. It's all over the place. But like I said, Whitney Houston, Tallarico.
How about the one where
it's Janine Pirro's birthday.
How about the fake ones where he's actually dressed up like a fighter pilot, or he's dressed up as the god of war?
Well, I haven't gotten there because there's so many memes posted of anybody that he supposedly endorsed. They did little art pieces to say that those people won because the Ebola outbreak has spread in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
And it's a new version that we don't have any vaccines for. It's a new strain that we don't know about.
WHO says it is catching up with the virus.
Wow, that doesn't sound great.
60 are confirmed dead. 344 confirmed cases in the DRC outbreak.
What date is this? I thought we were 1,000.
June 3rd.
Wow.
No, I'm in DRC.
Just in one. All right, got it.
Yeah, I'm in Democratic Republic of Congo. That's where WHO is and says it's catching up. And 60 people dead there.
I'm just glad RFK is in charge and you're going to handle this whole health thing.
Well, do tanning beds cure Ebola? No, because he's
tanning
on
beds
that.
at raccoon penises.
He's on both of those.
Wow.
It's also in Kenya.
Jesus.
It's like you said, these are places that have taken a major hit because of the USAID cuts.
So I read something about it. This doesn't take effect as fast. So it takes longer to incubate, which means it gets passed along more because people are carrying it before they start showing symptoms. So the government has issued a warning that these two countries we're not supposed to go to. Well, thanks for the update on that. I'm not going to one of the Ebola countries. But that we don't have. So USAID used to have a group of people. They had an emergency response team and Obama used it and he stopped it There was 400 cases, and then they got people. Then they flew Americans that were out. They flew them to the CDC, and they got locked up. And no, it didn't get anywhere. I remember thinking at the time, why are we flying them back? But they had to get them taken care of because Obama cared about Americans. Right. This guy doesn't. So
we're out of the WHO, correct?
Right. Signed out of that.
But didn't Gavin put California back in, or he was okay?
I think we're in the Paris Climate Accord too.
The emergency response teams that are currently organizing to help contain these outbreaks are led by the WHO.
Right.
That we are not in.
No. And we used to have our own team. We actually had pandemic response teams worldwide, but Trump got rid of all those.
Until right before COVID.
Right before COVID, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We actually had one in Wuhan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out there's a lab there
that was making shit that could kill us.
That was actually being tracked by our intelligence officials, including my stepfather, apparently.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. For those exact reasons.
Because they were developing some sort of pathogen that would actually infect millions of people and kill some people. COVID.
I just really wonder how he has time to truth this much. I just want to go back to this. He doesn't sleep.
I love that this is what's hooked you after all the shit he's done.
You gotta go, this is the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Someone put up a post on Threads and they said, you need to go look at, basically what you just said. You need to go look at what he did because he's so far gone. It's crazy. Like
it's
60,
nutty.
like overnight 60 different posts with memes and graphics.
Crazy memes. It's all him many, many years ago. He never uses a current picture. And then he'll arbitrarily post, it's always from like justthenews.com.
Well, he's getting to sleep during the day.
Farrightwinger.org, whatever. It's like not real news sources.
Eagle kills Second Amendment.org.
Exactly. Right here, Trump scores 30 out of 30. This was yesterday. He's still excited about his cognitive test. Trump scores 30 out of 30 on cognitive assessment, looks 14 years younger than he is.
Wow. His neck vagina looks 25 years older than he is. Like, I don't understand. So here's the level of insanity we're dealing with. Now, my mother was mentally ill. Here's the thing. She kept it together when she wanted to, and then she would go off the rails. He's so insane. He doesn't know by claiming that he got 30 out of 30 on a test that children pass.
Or that no one else was ordered to take.
And that no one else had to take the lowest level cognitive test that they come up with. It's literally for people with brain damage.
Yeah.
That test is for people
with dementia.
Or dementia or brain damage. That he keeps bragging about it, to not understand how ridiculous that makes him look, not just to our country, but worldwide. If I was leaders of other nations, I'd be hysterically laughing and also scared to death because a crazy fucker like this, you don't know what he's going to do.
No, but he's got Democrats as his new word.
Democrats.
He's the president, and he literally truthed, billions of dollars is being found. Okay.
Do you know Doge ended up costing us $23 billion?
I do know that. He says the Democrats don't want us to find hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud. This goes down along with men playing in women's sports, the transgender mutilization of our children, mail-in ballots. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. No voter ID and no proof of citizenship, and the scale of ridiculousness. President Donald J. Trump. Why does he sign his tweets? People, if you're signing your text, you're 1,000. Stop texting.
But also, if you're signing them in all caps,
don't sign text. Do not sign your name to text.
But also that he should be running the world. We're at war. We have an Ebola outbreak. We have the economy crashing. We've got gas prices through the roof, food prices. And this motherfucker is staying up all night sending memes and using the word Democrats.
Yeah. And it's impossible to look at one of his truths without more ads popping up.
Really? So he's just making money.
Yeah.
He's just making money.
And a lot of it is like ETF and Bitcoin type ads and stuff. Yeah.
The slush fund has been killed for now, I guess.
Supposedly,
let's bring up the slush fund.
His tax audit
thing.
vulnerability is gone. He will not. That has stood.
No, that hasn't. Well, this week I don't think that has. They have to vote on it. You can't. Here's the thing: any president after him can just cut it out. Can just go. You can't just say you can't settle with yourself. And one of the judges on the case said, "Wait, you want to give $1.8 billion to a bunch of people? And you're suing." People remember this whole thing. He sued for $10 billion. He decided to then settle for 1.776. Yeah, with himself, but there was no judgment. The judge didn't rule on it. No judge ruled on it. He just dismissed it and then said,
"Well, that's why he did that."
I know, but the judge said this is a scam. They had 32 judges come forward and go, "This is a grift on the judicial branch. You can't just dismiss the case and settle with yourself."
Turns out,
right? So it's against the law. They've actually determined it's against the law. Todd Blanche goes on in the Congress and goes, "Yeah, we're not going to do that now." And one of the representatives goes, "I'm sorry. So we're looking at it. You're still saying that the president has no liability for his tax crimes, tax crimes,
or his children,
for his whole family for the rest of their lives." They're actually, guys, do you know how illegal you have to be acting if you want to actually take off any looking at your taxes? Do you know how up on the up and up you have to be to just say, no, don't worry about it? So he's such a criminal that he's now using the American government to actually make it so he can crime more. What the fuck? And we continue to just accept it. And what he's doing is what every fascist does, what every authoritarian does. If you make the world hard to live in, we don't have time to protest. We're trying to feed our kids. We're trying to pay our rent. We're trying to get to work. We can't afford gas. So we're trying to figure out how we get. So what ends up happening is we stop. The reason you guys were pissed at Biden is because Biden made it so everything got back to normal. Do you remember at the end? Everything was back to normal. And so we were like, you know what? Eggs, fucking eggs. Whereas the other hand, Trump is making it harder every day. So we don't have time to organize. We don't have time to get in the streets. We don't have time to stand up. The only person I see standing up for America right now is Bruce Springsteen, and that tour is over as of yesterday.
Well, he's now hired a convicted January 6th rioter.
As what?
For a sensitive counterterrorism job in the Pentagon.
Fuck, man. I'm laughing because crying hurts.
Elias Irizarry pleaded guilty. He actually pleaded guilty, guys. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of these people pleaded guilty. He was hired yesterday to work in an office that manages highly classified military operations.
Well, I mean, the 1.776 was just a payoff to all the people. So he now has a bunch of people that when this shit goes down, and he knows it's going to go down, eventually eventually we hit the streets. There's what authoritarians forget about is that as the harder you make it for people, there's a day when we have nothing left to lose. And when that day hits, we start stringing people up.
Midterms.
Yeah,
He's going to take away our vote in November. And that's when it's not going to be the crazy militia looking people. Nope. It's going to be you, me, everyone in the streets. Yep. Because at that point, what do you have to lose, right?
But that's why he's putting these guys in charge now, because these guys will do whatever he says. That's why he's putting convicted people who actually tried to hang Mike Pence. Who pled guilty.
He's now put Bill Pulte in as the acting director of national intelligence. Tulsi Gabbard is leaving. She resigned last month, apparently, even though no news reported that.
Supposedly her husband has cancer. She signed a resignation letter. Yeah.
Trump says that Pulte has deep experience managing the most sensitive matters in America. He literally has zero relevant experience.
The guy who attacked the
coordinating 17 American intelligence agencies' work. He has no intelligence experience.
Well, he's leading 17 agencies.
DNI. He's going to be the DNI. He's taking over. This is what I was telling you yesterday.
Holy fuck.
He's a right-wing MAGA podcaster guy who stormed the Capitol. He's taking over as director of national intelligence.
He's taken Tulsi Gabbard's position.
That's why I was telling you yesterday. The news people
I thought it was one little organization.
And they were outside of Congress asking Republicans as they walked out. And it's so cheesy how they won't just say that's insane. They're like, well, I don't see that he has any relevant experience. They would just say things like that. Or Tom Cotton, no comment. It's like, guys, this is the most dangerous thing at a time that we're at war and we're vulnerable in ways that we've not been in 250 years. Like, yes, this guy is with zero experience.
I didn't realize that he was taking Tulsi Gabbard's job. Holy shit. I mean, Tulsi Gabbard was linked to Russia for a long time. She was on that trip with Michael Flynn and everything too, who also got $1.25 million.
This guy is an heir to his family's massive home construction company. So,
wow.
I don't know.
Wow. And this is how it works, by the way, authoritarians. And so everything that we've stood for in this country, America is about excellence. We want the best guys running stuff. So we've now got a redneck guy who beat cops with sticks on January 6th running all of our intelligence agencies. Holy fuck.
And the other guy, sensitive counterterrorism job in the Pentagon.
And another podcaster is running the FBI.
Is acting. And you know why. Remember how he did that the first time, so the Senate does not have to confirm.
Right, so they get 160 days or 120 days or something. So he gets 4 months, which, by the way, does that put us at the midterms?
A judge has now blocked him putting his name on the Kennedy Center, so he was bitching about that overnight too. He had like a lot of Truth Social posts.
Someone pointed something out. What do we do? Do we just, if the judge does that, do we already send a crew up and have him take the name off? Well,
he'll appeal it.
Do you understand how fragile this fuck is?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. You put it's the Donald J. Trump and John F. Kennedy Center. And dude, you didn't do anything to get that. President Kennedy was a generationally changed president who was assassinated. You are a guy who shits himself.
I know, but
who's currently married to an escort.
Okay.
Who's married to an escort.
We don't know that.
And yeah, well, I mean,
and if she were,
there was a woman.
Problem?
There was a woman just for the president of the United States.
Escorts need love too.
That's true, and they're escorts because they never got enough love. That's true. That's valid.
Oh my God, you're gonna get so much hate.
I'm not being hateful. I'm talking about Melania Trump specifically and what she's done. And then we've got he's best friends with the worst pedophile ever. He's in the files. Ted Lieu came out and said that he's not in the files up to 9-year-olds, and now we're here. And the guy a pedophile put his fucking name on the Kennedy Center.
The whole thing is that it was a tribute to a president who, dead or alive,
much loved,
was built and named in tribute to.
Right.
So you can't then just add your name to that.
Why not the Lincoln Monument?
That's not the idea. You have to get your own thing that other people decide to honor you.
And you can't, and you don't get a pick.
You don't get to pick.
Exactly.
But he put up a statue of himself. He wants to do the $250 bill with his name on it. He put his picture on our passports.
The Donald J. Trump Washington Monument.
I mean, brother, the whole idea is that people honor you because you did something good. You don't just send a construction crew up there with hammer and tiny metal letters like you did. Every
man, real guy, a real good dude that I would hang out with knows a guy like this that does all he can to he's self-aggrandizing because there's nothing about these men that actually is worth aggrandizing. And this guy has nothing worth it. Like everything he got in his life was either given to us by his dad or he's run up his debt so hard. He's been bankrupt like everything about the guy is just wrong. And to put your fucking name
continues to fail to the top, though.
But especially JFK, that's like such a sacred, it's such a sacrilege. Yeah, but
anything that we did in honor of someone else, you can't go, me too. Yeah. I want that too.
Me too. My name's on that too. And by the way, I'm putting my name above it, so that means it's mine.
And then again, the Arc de Trump, right? The $250 bill, the passports, the Kennedy. I mean, it's like,
but when he's
what is your obsession?
When he's dead, and just talk about that. When he's dead, the next Democratic president is just going to erase it all, and we're going to be so happy when he does it. Can we talk about the
Iran war?
Iran war. That's what I was doing. That's next.
Iran launch. So I really liked, if you guys have time to go look up Tallarico.
James Tallarico.
No, it was Ossoff.
All right, John Ossoff.
Little white guys.
Little white guys. I got it.
Ossoff gave a speech talking about what day. So we're at like 90 something.
Right.
And he just back to back at this rally gives a date and what Trump said. The war's over. On
day 5.
Day 21. We're winning.
Yeah.
Day 31. And he just
day 31. It'll be over in a couple of hours.
Yeah. And you just get, it's like, that's what people need to do is take all of his bullshit and boil it down.
We try.
So Rubio is testifying for the 4th time in 2 days to Congress. He said it's over.
Okay. This is a couple days ago, right?
He's actually still, but he is still testifying right now. 4 minutes ago, he said Trump considered Iran closing the strait and attacking neighbors as risk factors. Well, that's good to hear. That was 4 minutes ago.
So if it was over, what happened yesterday?
Well, what happened was Iran launched deadly attacks on Kuwait airport.
Mm-hmm. The UAE?
The UAE, yep.
Qatar?
Kuwait said Wednesday an Iranian missile and drone attack hit its international airport. It actually hit. That one did. Killed 1 person, wounded dozens more as the ceasefire looked increasingly fragile.
You can't keep...
After yet another exchange of fire.
You can't...
Hold on.
It stops being a ceasefire, doesn't it? Look, listen, if there's fire, there's no cease. The ceasefire has ceased.
CBS News, the ceasefire looked increasingly fragile after another exchange of fire.
It's the most Orwellian shit ever. It's not a ceasefire.
It doesn't look increasingly fragile.
You know what it is?
It's actually not.
It's fire.
Because we know cease.
There's no ceasing.
We know ceasy. We continue. So no ceasy. Pew pew.
I love that but here's the thing. They've gotten away with lying so much. I'm watching everybody. I'm watching every single one of the Republicans. The lying is so prevalent.
Yes.
And I watched Scott Bessent. I watched the clip of Scott Bessent just going. She goes, "It says right here on the paper that he's immune to all tax investigations from now on." And he goes, "No, it doesn't." She's reading it. She's actually reading it.
I know. The truth is not the truth.
She's actually reading what they wrote. And he goes, "No, I didn't. That's not what I said."
Trump has confirmed a profanity-laced Netanyahu phone call over Lebanon.
Wow.
What did he say about him? He said something with the word fuck in it.
Yeah, he went off on him.
He needs to fucking stop or something like that. It was like, Trump, several sources on the call said Trump was pissed at one point and yelled at Netanyahu, "What in the fuck are you doing?"
Well, so that's interesting. When I hear him like that, that makes me think that's the one moment of lucidity, because what's happening is I think he's under 30 in the polls now, right?
Yes. And he also told Netanyahu he's fucking crazy, but they work well together as wartime presidents and wartime prime minister. That was what Trump said on Air Force One. He's fucking crazy, but we work together very well as wartime presidents.
It's like Mick talking about Keith Richards.
They're
the hell.
The news is such a part of the problem because you read even how they phrase things.
But the news, the reason the news is the problem is because Trump has made deals for his people, his MAGA people, the billionaires, to buy the news. If you look at what the Ellisons own right now, look at what the Ellisons own.
Yeah. It's
not just CBS. It's not Paramount. They fucking own like Marvel, the DC universe. They own, like, they're now going, we now have a propaganda machine, right?
Tech giant TikTok. All emerging tech. They have massive stakes in Tesla, Aztecs Pharmaceuticals, Quark Biotechnology. They own Paramount Skydance,
right?
CBS, MTV, VH1, Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, Showtime, and CNN. All Warner Brothers Discovery assets. Now they have HBO, HBO Max, DC Studios, Discovery Channel, TLC, TNT, and TNT Sports.
Didn't we have a monopoly law?
I thought we had a monopoly law. Larry Ellison also owns roughly 98% of the Lanai Island in Hawaii.
Wow.
including local utility companies and luxury resorts like the Four Seasons.
So he's got a place to go when it all breaks down.
He has estates in California, Florida, Nevada, Rhode Island. He actually owns the Astor Mansion in Rhode Island and Japan. He owns lots of hospitality properties, resorts, and spas. It's a lot.
So these guys are way...
Let me just check real fast if he's married.
They're way more... Oh, my God.
He married a 33-year-old, of course. His fifth marriage.
Fifth marriage.
Good for him. I bet it's love.
You know what? And you know that he's such a giver. You really get that he's a giver.
In live updates happening right now in Congress, Rubio says he hopes talks between Lebanon and Israel will end the hostilities, but the war's over. He just said that yesterday.
It's a ceasefire.
Okay,
pew, pew.
Guys, we gotta talk about. You can't say it's
the
a
war is over,
ceasefire and
it's
then
a ceasefire.
Say you hope that the hostilities will end once we.
In the distance. What's that? That's the sound of a ceasefire. That doesn't sound like a sound of a ceasefire. It sounds like someone's dropping bombs or shooting.
No, it's easy. I don't get it. Yeah.
So the ceasefire is holding.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
It doesn't sound like
I need you to stop using words that don't. It's like, as an English major, this has just been incredibly difficult for me. All of it. Ever since he got into the public arena.
Yeah.
Because even him saying things like affordability
groceries
is a hoax. Affordability can't be, it's by nature, it can't be a hoax. It's just people saying whether or not they can afford
stuff around, right?
So you can't say it's a Democratic hoax because it's.
Even the people that voted for you are going to the gas pump. Even the people that voted for you are going to go buy meat at the store. Even the people that voted for you know it's not a hoax.
Also, hoax hasn't been used since Trixie Belden. So that's made me a little bit crazy.
Trixie Belden.
Yeah.
Wow.
I loved her. I loved Nancy Drew too.
Yeah, but she was like the T-Moo Nancy Drew, Trixie Belden.
Yeah, she was like the country Trixie, Nancy. I liked Nancy better because Nancy was better dressed.
Wow. One more thing I want to talk about, then we'll talk about a little personal life for a second. Scott Pelley as talk shit at 60 Minutes. So 60 Minutes basically, just so you guys know, 60 Minutes has been one of the shows that was, it's literally been the #1 television show since you and I were children.
Yeah,
like the #1 forever. And I was talking to Ray about it. When you start dismantling 60 Minutes, I told Ray, I said, that was like the one safe place. Even as a kid, I remember watching with my dad and, you know, and that you always knew what you were getting.
Not safe if you were watching with your dad.
What do you mean? No. I'm just saying, no, you felt like you were getting the right thing. They always stood up for stuff. Major stories were breaking. Major scandals were broken in 60 Minutes. Like
the clock gave me comfort. My grandparents would watch it. That's a little fast. You made it too fast. Yeah, there. It was very calming. I remember it was way better than Hee Haw, which my grandparents also enjoyed watching on Friday
These stories
nights.
And Burt Reynolds on 60 Minutes.
That lady had a tag on her hat that she didn't take off.
Who?
On Hee Haw.
Oh, my dad loved her. My dad loved her.
That was a character?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't think of her name.
How do we get to Hee Haw?
Well, they also, when I would spend the night with my grandparents, they would let us all spend the night like separately, sometimes in twos separately. So we got our own time with them. This is Grandma Jean and Papa. And they would watch 60 Minutes. And I just remember it felt like grandparents and comfort and the clock. But they would also watch Hee Haw.
And my grandma would watch Lawrence Welk, and it was horrible.
I don't know who that is.
That's a 1 and a 2. Let's go.
Minnie Pearl. I could not think
Pearl.
of her
My
name.
dad thought Minnie Pearl was hilarious.
Howdy! Remember she would say that. That is so bad. Did you guys watch that here in California?
Yes, but let's talk about my dad. I didn't. I thought it was always the corniest, even as a young boy.
But it wasn't a Southern thing. It was everywhere.
It was the corniest, still the corniest shit I've ever seen in my life, though. But yeah. Let's talk about what they've done now. So now the Ellisons own all of it. They own HBO, Comedy Central.
All of it.
They own all of it. The Ellisons. So basically, we have an unbreakable monopoly right now. As long as this guy's president, they own fucking every piece of media. So now what happens is all Trump has to do is call them and go color it this way. I've even noticed on MSNBC that, like, even MSNBC, they color it. CNN is so far right wing. CNN is just Fox Light at this point. Mm-hmm. So they have the propaganda machine.
Yep. State media, like
they have.
What's his name? Victor Orban did. They
are actually gutting the Voters' Rights Act.
Yep.
They have Elon Musk basically working the machines and doing the tech. They've got Google. They got Zuckerberg. They got everybody. They now have if you actually believe that we're getting an election in the midterms or we're getting an election in 2028 to switch, it ain't happening. Nobody builds this organization. Nobody builds this structure to just walk away from it. Because Ellison knows when we get a Democratic man and he looks at that monopoly, they're going to file it. Definitely going to, because this is what Biden was doing. By the way, the reason Google and everybody backed up Trump was because Biden was they were filing monopoly cases on all these companies. So this has never worked through history. Eventually,
so much of this was predicted in Project 2025. Yes. Not predicted, mapped out.
Mapped out, exactly, planned it. So we are now at a place where it's going away. And Scott Pelley, who, again, another guy like Dan Rather, when he was speaking, you're like, I know I'm getting the facts. I know I'm getting the truth. They fired him because he said flat out, Weiss is murdering. He said, you're murdering 60 Minutes. And now 60 Minutes has been murdered. Scott Pelley is gone. I don't know what to do.
The producer wrote, I guess they got into it at a staff meeting.
At a meeting, yeah.
And he said, your antipathy to the future of the show has come through loud and clear, and I have heard you. I therefore write on behalf of CBS News, Inc. to inform you that your employment with CBS is terminated for cause, effective immediately. Pelley responded, with gratitude for the men and women of CBS News who encouraged and enriched my work, very often at the risk of their own lives. I pray for a day when those people and their ideals are honored again, a day when sanity, competence, and courage return.
Wow.
He said he just has talked about the incompetence and chaos that
they were actually being told on 60 Minutes, by the way, the show that told us the truth for 60 years. They were being told, since this woman took over, you need to color it. You need to take that out. You need to actually add this into it. So so basically they were 60 Minutes was told to not tell the truth anymore. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I want to say something to Madison and Skyline Comedy Club in Appleton. Guys, I had such a good time this weekend. Standing ovations, like in Madison. The Comedy on State, guys, I got to tell you, is one of the best clubs in the country, in my top 5. And it was so good. And thank you to everybody out there. And thank you for everybody who came. I'm having so much. I'm so grateful that I get to do this for a living. So do me a favor, go to ChristopherTitus.com. If you want to get anything, I put a new shirt up. I stopped drinking 38 days ago. I put a new shirt up. It's pretty cool. It'll help if you're sober, you'll like it.
Next week, Cleveland, Detroit, and Toronto.
We're going.
Theater.
We have to bring passports.
Yes.
Are you going on this one?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I'll be there.
Awesome. Ray's going to be there. Show up. Do you know how many people, like when I was
we'll have the babies there too.
Do you know how many people beg for you? Like I'm signing stuff after the show and you're not there. And they're like, where's Ray? Why is not Ray here? When's Ray going to be here? How come Ray's not here? They're upset.
It's probably because the merch line moves faster.
No, it's because you're an awesome comic. By the way, her special, we are this close. We're doing the final sound pass on it now. It's coming out. It's good, looking good. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Do me a favor. Keep screaming sanity. The only way shit like this stops is if we get loud. Be Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen said in his concert, do whatever you do and make that. He said, I sing, I do jokes. We're going to end this. We're going to end this. This will end in our lifetime. And it's going to be dark, but it's going to end. And then the light will shine through. Yes.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, I hope so. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. For myself, the Lovey Bombshell, Rye,
I don't like that.
Costello, Groucho, and everybody. Later.
Peace out.